This program has been made possible by contributions from our viewers. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Drew. Welcome to the Beggars Woodshop. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are most welcome. Thank you for joining me here. And thank you for inviting me into your homes, laps, hands. We'll just have you happen to be viewing this program. Welcome to you, our new subscribers, as well. Alright, I admit, this is not the video I wanted it to be. However, our source for the video I was going to do has been exceedingly busy with work and overscheduled, so that will have to wait until next month, hopefully. So hope his work schedule lightens up a little bit to answer those few questions I've sent in. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with today's subject. Now, there are all kinds of ways we store our tools. From a simple 2-foot by 4-foot bench that has shelving and drawers and whatever, to walls of pegboards, drawers, and okay, you can look like Adam Savage's shop or cave, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it is the cave, but there's a shop in the cave, so I guess both is okay. There have been many ways we've also stored our Shopsmith tools. Now, let's take a look at what Shopsmith has kind of worked with. It's the 1950s. The Mark V Greenie has just been put out. And in an issue of Popular Mechanics, you see an article about building your own storage for your Shopsmith. A little garage workshop, I believe they called it. First off, you have a wall unit that folds down so you can park your car underneath it. Simple, not too complex, and it looks pretty neat. Pegboard in the back. Add to that, you've got a little rolling shop cabinet. Not too wide, not too big. You have doors up top, a couple of drawers, and the bottom actually folds down for a little flap. The other advantage, which is not depicted in this little animation, shows that you can take your extension table and put it into a couple of holes on both the top and the side opposite your doors and drawers, and use that for a little extra support. Now, you've also got some pegboard, and this has also got some nice casters that can be easily moved around. This, of course, is not depicted in this little animation. Along the wall, this is the best part, along the wall, you have several pieces of wood taking up a corner and eventually at the other end, adjusted for height, for all of your Shopsmith accessories. And they include everything back then: your jigsaw, your sprayer, your bandsaw, your belt sander. There's even an extra peg for the support of your belt sander. Now, this is actually a pretty neat setup, pretty basic, and looks really cool. I think that'd be kind of cool to have in a shop. Everything along the side, and as you can see, your rolling shop cabinet can fit underneath, as well as your Shopsmith Mark V. Now, fast forward into the future, about 30, 40 years. I can't get an exact date, at least not that I remember. And Shopsmith decides to redesign the plans. Not entirely redo everything, just make some adjustments. The one adjustment is, of course, the rolling shop cabinet. That shop cabinet, the construction was a little bit, how can I put it? Too many pieces when it could have been a lot more simplified in certain areas. The other thing that was done, because remember, we got that fold-up cabinet that also is a little workbench and can be used for your spraying. They added lights that could fold up and down. And these plans, of course, were sold. Now, Shopsmith also put out another cabinet. At least, not directly saying, hey, shopsmith.com or Shopsmith catalog, hey, here's the plans to build this. at least not that I could find. It was a cabinet that could fit underneath your Mark V. Now, this cabinet perfectly fit. There were doors on one side, both front and back, that you could put accessories in. Then there's doors on the other side, front and back, or should I say a single door, that had shelves that could also slide in and out, and you could put the accessories on there as well. It also attached to your bench tubes. Now, you can see in the little animation I've got here, those bench tube connections have been taken off, and it's because this is what I would like to do, ladies and gentlemen. I'd seal off the back, so that's one solid piece of ply, not a bunch of doors. And I would also add casters to make it easy to move around. And of course, the removal of the attachment to your bench tubes. This is so there's no extra weight pulling on the bench tubes, and it's easy to move the entire Shopsmith around. I can move the cabinet around. I can clean around it. It's whatever is needed. Now, there are two other ways Shopsmith has done some great storage. Now, yes, we could, with our power stands, power stations, and crafter stations, store our accessories. Yes, true. However, imagine a table with 4 slots, like particularly those little foot stands you can buy from Shopsmith. 4 of those, all on wheels, probably about 3.5 feet high, maybe. Not too high. I can't give you an exact number. I don't know the dimensions of this thing. I'm sure I'm gonna put hell. Yeah, there you go. There's a shelf down below. It's all in metal. It's all in casters. They used to sell this. You could put your accessories on it, and you had a shelf for other pieces. There's also a piece that's extremely rare, and I have been informed of once. And if I ever got my hands on it, I would actually give it to my friend Ron, who's been wanting one of these. We are all familiar with the rolling tool chests, those tall tool chests that are always red and put up by craftsmen, sliding drawers and everything. Well, imagine smaller versions of those. 3 of them fit underneath your Shopsmith, right underneath the bench tubes. 3 of them. They could be put together like that, or you can pull them out and stack them on top of each other. Does that sound cool or what? I don't know about you folks, but that's pretty neat. Shopsmith did put these out, and they are exceedingly rare to find. And I mean exceedingly rare. I had never even heard of these things until it was pointed out to me. The guy actually had the advertisement. And I was like, wow, gotta get one of these. For him, not for me. I know what I want to do, storage. Now, these are the various ways storage has been utilized in the past. And currently, Shopsmith, last time I checked anyway, did have a way for you to store at least your tables for your table saw on the wall. A way to hang them up, everything's out of the way, and they can still maintain their shape and not get warped. This is actually quite handy and very useful. Now, we've all come up with our own unique ways to store tools and accessories. I'm very curious, what are some of your ways? I bring this up, too, because I saw something on Facebook Market that I really would love to get my hands on, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. They do want $200 for it. It is being called a World War II Carpenter's Field Toolkit. Or toolbox, sorry. And it could be the same era. It could not be. You never know what people say with what they claim things are. But I did find this thing very unique. It was a chest this big. And it had 2 drawers and a lid. The inside of the lid, you could put a couple saws, your square, and I forget what the 4th thing was. Then below the lid, there was room for tools, all organized and slotted. And then the 2 drawers also had room for your tools, all sorted, organized. Everything's with the metal box, below to ply. That's kind of what makes me kind of wonder the quality of the ply. But the nice thing about this case is that on the inside of the lid was a piece of paper that listed every single tool, not only that goes in that box, but which drawer it goes in. Regardless if this is in reality a World War II Carpenter's Field trunk or not, this just is a really cool box. I think even Adam Savage would like this box. Okay, that's how interesting this thing is. I really would love to get my hands on this thing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. It's up in El Dorado Hills, which is not too far away. I'd love to get my hands on it. Too bad I don't have the 200. But that's going to segue into you, ladies and gentlemen. Without you, this cannot be done. I could stand up here and go blah, 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 in front of a camera, and well, what good would that do if I didn't have an audience? You are the audience. You help this show grow, from your subscriptions to your likes to your views. There's plenty of room for comments. I welcome everyone's comments and hearing what people have to say. I've got a lot of great comments from some people. But I need you, ladies and gentlemen. I need you. So please like, comment, subscribe, continue with those views. Hey, hit that little bell icon so you're notified the moment I put up a video or go live, which hopefully we can do one day. Hey, I have a GoFundMe campaign. Did you know that? That GoFundMe campaign will help contribute financially to not only the updating and restoration of my Shopsmith Mark V, but also it will help to add additional tools that I could use for this shop. And hey, if you've got something you think I could use, don't be afraid to ask, okay? I have been very minimal about... I have been very minimal about what tools I do have in this shop. And I admit, some of the tools I use don't belong to me. They actually belong to my old man. So please, ladies and gentlemen, anything you can do to help. If you've got something you think I'd like, leave a comment down below, and I get back to you. I do read my comments. I do look at those comments. All right? If you cannot contribute that way or financially, that's okay. That's what a subscription is for. It's free, and you can change your mind at any time. Can you believe that? Wow. So please, like, comment, subscribe. It's all on you, ladies and gentlemen. I can't do this without you. Now, before I go, I will say there's one other video coming up, but I don't know if I'm getting it out this month or next month. And strangely enough, it too is about storage. It's actually about the workbench that I have had in my shop, in my garage, since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. Okay, that is how long we've had this thing. There is a story behind the history, brief, but I'll explain it in the video. Now, I'm doing some updating to this. It's not ideal to what I'd like, but it's going to do because it will help out make things a little cleaner around the workbench. But until I do get it done, ladies and gentlemen, until that time, remember, like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell icon, keep those views up, keep them going, because I've got a lot of videos for you to look at, history of Shopsmith and a couple of projects, and hopefully I will see you next time, right here on the Beggars Woodshop.